Jackie boy, how you doing?
Super, how are you?
I'm really good.
You're looking very sexy today.
You're looking very like cowboy.
Well, we're selling different things. You're selling like dominatrix in your leather,
Yeah,
and I'm wearing a Canadian tuxedo.
You are giving Canadian
Yeah.
vibes.
Oh, yeah. Out in the boot.
You've got like a axe in the woods chopping some.
Do I now?
Yeah.
Enough about your horrible fantasies.
Lumberjack here. Are you good though?
You need to get laid, mate.
Honey, trust me, I'm trying.
But you tried the other night, didn't you?
No, we won't go there.
Okay.
I didn't try. I
Saying your mum was staying with you, wasn't she?
My mum was staying with me.
Yeah.
But no, I had a good, nice, cheeky, lots of snogging.
Good. Bring back
I
snogging.
realise how much I love snogging. It's just like...
I'm a snogger.
I'm a snogger.
I'm a snogger.
Someone did ask me once, would you rather give up condiments or snogging?
Oh, I'd rather give up snogging. I love my condiments.
I do love a condiment.
Why are we comparing snogging and condiments? That's disgusting.
I don't get it.
They're not equal. It's not like, oh, will I have some Hellman's mayonnaise or a snog?
No.
You need to get new mates.
I know, it's quite a weird question.
Speaking of which,
yes.
You've got a little friend.
I've got a friend on the line.
Jessica's just got a friend. She's got a friend on the line.
I've got a friend on the line.
She's caught a little fishy.
Got a little fishy here. Because we want to chat a bit about age gap relationships.
Triggered.
Here he is.
So who we chat? Go on.
You're in one of those, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm the younger one. Why are you laughing so loud? That was really, really hurtful. This is elder abuse.
That was quite a dirty laugh as well with my little glasses
all your laughs are dirty, you dirty bag of carrots.
I laugh like a dirty old man.
Yeah, you do.
But you're the little toy boy.
Look, this isn't about me. Let's talk to your friend, then I'll spill my guts.
Yeah, we'll get the guts out. All right, shall we get Lorna on the line?
Hello. Are you there?
Hello.
Can you hear me okay?
Lorna, hey!
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I'm good, mate. How are you?
You know what? I think I'm coming down with a cold. Another one.
Oh, Lorna, you've been in the wars, my love.
I don't know if I've got some kind of attraction to getting ill.
Oh, babe, your immune system.
Yeah,
it's Have you had your flu jab yet? I need to get mine.
No, can we get a flu jab?
How old are you, Lorna?
Yeah,
43.
No flu jab for you.
What are you on about? I'm doing a play at the moment, and then they're like, you need to get a flu jab.
That might just be you, Diana.
Right, they spot me. They know I've got a weak immune system. Them lot. How are you, Lorna, babe?
Oh, I'm really good. All the better for hearing you. Last time I saw you, where was it? Was it the 98 lunch?
Yeah, your lunch, and I had to run off afterwards. And it was Lorna, like an incredible businesswoman. We were at her launch of her new beauty brand, and it was such a gorgeous day.
What's the beauty brand called, Lorna?
Called 98 Beauty.
It's really good. You know, I used the shampoo and the hair mask.
Oh, did you like it?
Yeah, and I now obviously use the shampoo all the time, and it smells amazing, and I get so many compliments on it, and it's just really great on my hair.
I'm gonna say I can smell her hair from here, and it is lovely, Lorna.
And it's very silky smooth.
It looks the best it's ever looked.
Thank you. I'm getting compliments. So yeah, congratulations, darling. And that was such a success, and you look so gorgeous. It was great.
Do you know what though? We piled into the wine, didn't we? I don't know if you stayed as long as me, but I was a bit tipsy after that lunch, not gonna lie.
I mean, as you should be, babe. You're celebrating you. But no, I had to run off and record something. But I did down a lot of wine before. You know what I'm like.
Yeah.
Jack knows what I'm like. But yeah, have you met Jack before?
Well, I was trying to think this. I think we have met, but many, many years ago. And I don't think we got to chat. It was one of those, where you...
I thought
you were going to say we didn't get on. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were an absolute nightmare. No,
I am a nightmare, Lorna, but I'm a lovely nightmare.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's what they all say.
Sweet dreams and a beautiful nightmare. So we've got you on today, babe, because we want to talk about your gorgeous relationship with John and your age gap relationship.
Yeah, I mean, it is a big age gap. So there's 21 years between me and my husband.
Right.
Wow.
And we met. I was 26 when I got married. Got married on my birthday.
So, Lorna, I can't do maths. You were 26. How old was John then?
He was 47. He's 21 years old. No, he's 21 years older, just. Like, I'm August, baby, and then he's October.
Right. And were you always into older men?
No, and actually, if I think back, do you know what? I was cabin crew, so I did date one pilot that was a bit older. But
Right.
other
Ooh.
than that, I'd always dated people my own age.
Okay.
So yeah, this was like my first big kind of romance with someone older.
Where did you meet him?
We met in a bar in Brighton because I lived in Hove, but it was through a mate. So he was mates with someone I work with. So it wasn't like a complete, random. And they were like, he's really cool and he's a good guy. Like, I think you'd like him. So I kind of like got chatting to him. And then I remember I swapped numbers with him and I remember being in Boston on a
Oh.
trip and he texted me going like, do you want to go for a drink or whatever? And then, yeah, the rest is history.
And in the beginning, did you think I just cannot date someone that's that much older? Was it something you thought about at the time? Were you open to it?
I think what threw me at first was when I met him, the age, like when you're in your 20s, right? Someone in their 40s feels ancient,
Yeah.
I think. And I just remember thinking, God, he's like mid 40s. He's so old. But when we actually chatted and hung out, we had so much in common and the chemistry was there. And the more time I spent with him, he's probably the first guy I'd ever been with that I'd been in awe of because he had life, like he had stuff that he had going on. He had stuff to talk about. And I really liked that from the get-go. Like I liked the fact that he taught me stuff and had more to bring to the table than
So
just,
do you think that women mature quicker than men? And so like for an adult woman, actually, a lot of the guys their age might not be as mature as them. And so meeting a guy that's kind of in charge and has lived is actually quite sexy.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be something in that, hasn't there? And I think as well as a woman, we are naturally gravitating towards like being stimulated and being also taken care of. Let's not forget that he's older, so he had more of a nurturing quality to him. And I definitely think I was drawn to that, especially as I'd come out of a relationship very recently where I was feeling quite low. And it wasn't that he was a rebound, but he was definitely someone that kind of immediately took care of me and made me feel looked after. And I liked that about him.
Was he anxious about the age gap himself? Did he think you were too young? Or did he just think, I've hit the jackpot, this is great?
Yeah. He always says that he fell in love with me the day he met me. I'm not sure I believe that, but that's what he says. And I think that he was more concerned that I might get, rubbish thrown at me from my friends or my family. So I think he was worried on my behalf, but I never remember him being like questioning the relationship or being like, oh, we shouldn't be doing this. He was always like full steam ahead.
You touched on something really interesting there, that you guys were okay with it, but he was anxious for how your friends and family would react. How did they react?
So I think because I was living in Brighton and I lived quite a transient life being cabin crew, a lot of my friends were people that were drawn to unusual lifestyles. Like my flatmate at the time was a lap dancer.
Got it.
Oh my goodness, love that.
And yeah, he I don't know, like no one really had an issue. I think my mum was worried. So when he first met my mum, I remember she pulled him aside and she was like, if you hurt my daughter, I'll kill you.
I like that.
Her warning to him. I mean, she's a northern mum. My mum's like from Manchester. She doesn't really take any crap.
Yeah, but she would have said that to a guy no matter what his age was.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that's what all mums should say.
Yeah, maybe you're right there. But definitely I feel like in my closer circle, because of the lifestyle I was living in Brighton, it wasn't really an issue. It's actually become more, not an issue, but more aware of it as I've, built a career online where, anything goes and people will just say what they think. And it's made me think more about it, maybe.
And you talk a lot about your relationship online.
Yeah, I mean, it's fundamentally become part of my business and my brand. We're known as a pair, right? So I think sharing your truth, right? Being as transparent as possible is the only way to survive on the internet right now because people are so distrustful of the media, influencers, you name it. We don't believe anything we hear. So the more I can give people the truthfulness of our life, I think that supports then all the other things I'm doing in my business.
And how long have you been together now, Lorna?
So we've just celebrated 16 years marriage, but we've been together 18, yeah.
Congratulations.
No, congratulations.
Do you notice as you get older, the age gap becomes less obvious? Or are there other things that are coming up that you maybe didn't think about when you were 26?
Yeah.
So I think straight away, we've definitely, I think when you're with someone a long time, you become a bit like them, right? So then the age doesn't feel as obvious because we talk the same language, we have the same opinions and the same, even our political opinions and stuff, it all kind of grows and develops together. What I would say is that 26-year-old Lorna wasn't really fussed about a lot of things that 43-year-old Lorna is.
Right.
And now I'm like looking at my life and thinking, God, what if I didn't start a family, for example, we don't have kids, or maybe I want to have kids now. Now, guys can have kids whenever, right? But for girls, we have a timeline on it. So I'm definitely now questioning my decisions over the last 15 years because I've just always put everything off because I've always been like, oh, I'm too young. And now I'm like, oh my God, my clock is ticking.
So is that a conversation that you guys are having now at the moment about babies?
Yeah, we've definitely talked about it. And I've told him that maybe it's something that I never wanted before, but now I'm curious about. But
does John have other kids of his own?
No, and he had been married twice before as well.
Right, okay.
But no,
Twice?
He doesn't. Yeah.
You were saying before about, comments that you've had. What kind of things that do these people on the internet sort of say about your relationship?
Nothing too bad, to be honest, because I don't go looking for it, so I don't read it. And certainly in the community I've got on my page, because it's taken me so long to grow my platform. I wasn't one of those like overnight successes. So I didn't just have like 1 million followers overnight. I think because of that, there's a lot of empathy in the room and people are genuinely pretty decent, right? Most people are really normal.
Yeah,
And
I do see a
only
lot of
wish you the
love
best.
on your profile. I do see that, and people really love you and John, and are always really concerned about his well-being because obviously he's been going through a lot with his health at the moment. And it just feel like you're really, really supported, and that must really help in times of just it must be really hard recently.
Oh, I mean, that is the best, right? When the chips are down, you just want to see people getting behind you. And where, like, I haven't got brothers or sisters, I've not got a massive family unit. Definitely when John was in hospital, I'd come back of a night, get myself a little savvy bee. I'd be sat there eating me mozzarella balls that was my dinner. And I'd be
Yeah.
literally replying to these messages, and they were all just lovely, like really nice. Exactly what I needed at that time.
Well, that's really interesting, Lorna, because we're talking about like the darker side of social media there with your troll, but then we don't often talk about the positive side of it, that you've built up a really devoted community where your followers can support each other, but they're also supporting you through a really difficult time. That's quite beautiful. I never think about that.
Yeah, and certainly the advice and just the experience, because let's be honest, John has cancer and so many people have experienced cancer, even if it's not firsthand. So I was getting advice that was actually really tangible that I could use. And I had questions I could ask my doctor that I wouldn't have known otherwise. And it definitely became a tool, if you like, for me to figure out what I was going to do next.
Yeah, that is also the power of social media, the community that you can create on there. And yeah, I've learned so many things, and you connect with people. Do you get a lot of people messaging you and asking for advice from you, whether that's about support with someone that they love in their cancer journey, or even about the age gap relationship? And do you get a lot of that? Do you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Not so much about age gap. I occasionally get the odd message about the age gap, but I definitely get a lot of people just asking generally about like cancer and John's health journey. And a lot of people are curious about what was private, what was NHS, and like what were the differences, and what Dr. John has, and it's you can get into a lot of detail, right? But I mean, I'll just share whatever I can. I try and still to this day I try and answer all my DMs. So
Wow.
Bless you, you're so
yeah,
good.
I stick to it and I sit there and I do it like little and often. But it's a good way of keeping in touch with everyone.
And how is John doing now?
Yeah.
Well, he's doing, I don't know if you can hear, but he's like rattling around in the kitchen. So
He's
doing
rattling about.
He's doing well enough to annoy you during a call. Let's put it that
exactly.
way.
It's like
Yeah,
zip
he
it,
is.
John. Oh no, he feels
He's,
like, because
yeah,
we
good.
have, Charlie's told me we have a mutual friend, Charlie, and he says that he's getting on. He has some good news, and it all feels really positive.
Oh, it's just absolutely brilliant at the minute. And we haven't had the scan results back from his latest treatment, but I think we will do next month. But just seeing how well he looks and just how he is in himself, and
I thought that it was his birthday recently, wasn't it? And I saw a picture of him, and I was like, oh my God, he looks so well and really happy.
Totally.
And it was
You'd seen him when he was pretty bad. So, I mean, the difference, even in a couple of months, it just shows, doesn't it, that, it's not this stage 4 cancer is not necessarily like an immediate death sentence. There's, I hope that we're going to be one of those stories that people like look to for a positive.
Absolutely. And what I see with you guys is you really take care of your relationship through no matter what. Like, you always just look like you're getting dressed up and making the effort to go out and to bring, do something nice for one another. And you were away recently. You were celebrating an anniversary. And did you go somewhere? Did you go to Paris? Was it? Where were you?
Yeah, we did a bit of a cheeky Paris number, and I
Yeah.
did a reel where I basically said, like, you've got to keep dating, like you've got to keep putting the effort in, and that's the key to relationships, right? You've actually got to put time and effort into it, and
Absolutely.
we do that. We still do that.
I know, I love that. I always see that and I'm like, wow, you really do. And you know how to live. I always look at your life and it's so beautiful. And you really take care of each other and love each other. And it's always just looks like you're living it to the full.
Oh, thank you.
And Lorna, what would be your top tips for a healthy, long-lasting relationship, whether there's an age gap or not?
Well, I definitely think it's probably really obvious, but that communication piece, right? So we talk every day, even if it's uncomfortable. We cover it off, and if he knows now that if I'm not happy about something or if something's not sitting right with me, but just keeping that open dialogue has been the best for us. And don't get me wrong, we've been together a long time, but there's definitely been dips where I've been like, oh, I'm not into this the way I was. And that's where he stepped up and he's worked a bit harder. And I'm sure vice versa. There's been times when he's like, she's an absolute nightmare. And I've had to pick up the pace a bit and be that person that fights a bit harder. So yeah, for us, we're just talking all the time. It helps as well that he's kind of retired now, so he works with me a lot. And I think that you'd think it'd be the worst thing, right? Being with each other day in, day out. But I think that's probably saved us in a way because we're so in tune with each other.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Oh, Lorna, thank you so much for coming on. It's honestly,
thanks for having me.
yeah, no, it's been great. And yeah, and honestly, I'm just so happy to hear that John's doing well and 16 years married. And how long has it been together?
I think it's nearly 18. I should know that, shouldn't I? I think it's about 18.
You can stop counting after 16, it's fine.
I know, yeah, it is.
But Lorna, congratulations and thank you for sharing your story. I think it's going to be so inspiring for many people, and I've been taking some top tips from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah,
you're
and
very
will you give our love to John, please, babe?
Yeah, I will do. Lots of love to the both of you.
Yeah,
Thanks
lots
so
of love,
much,
Lorna.
Lorna.
Thank you so much.
Lots of love.
Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
Lorna's so lovely.
Yeah, I love Lorna. Lorna's the best. I'll tell you what it is. She's really, really good friends with one of my best friends, Charlie. And we've sort of met. I go to her pop-up launches for her clothing or her beauty. And she's always so warm and welcoming and gorgeous. And she's really down to earth and a real inspiration. She's a northern lass. And she was one of the first ever influencers.
Wow.
Literally. It was like, I didn't really know what influencing was, and Lorna had already been making her fortune in it. So she's super, super determined, got a really good work ethic, and just really down to earth. And yeah, and obviously with Charlie, being so close to Charlie, I hear a lot about John's health and how things are getting on. They've really been through it.
Bless them.
It's been really up and down.
I mean, to go through that and to stay as positive and connected as a couple, I mean, that kind of stuff can just break you as a human being alone, let alone with a partner. To protect their relationship is so amazing and inspiring.
Yeah, it really, really is. And like I said, they've been through hell, and they went to Paris to celebrate their anniversary, and they both dressed up and drank great wine and ate great food, and I love how they show their relationship online. And when I do go on Lorna's page, I sort of get into a bit of a hole because you feel the love there, you feel the care, you feel that magic between them and the effort that they put into their relationship, and her honesty as well. Even just saying then, like, there's times where I thought, oh God.
I know, that was amazing when she was sharing about that. People aren't, I think, honest enough about the ups and downs of relationships. And if you're going to make something last, like, nearly 20 years, they're going to be ups and downs. And I think it's really good for everyone else to hear that it can be tough and it takes work. Or not, it can be, it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. It's a lot of effort. You've got to show up every day, and you've got to, we're always number one, aren't you? Like, we've always got to look after ourselves. And then you've also got to think about this other person's feelings, and you're all evolving. And like, again, someone might go through a health scare. Someone might lose someone that they love. And it's constant. We're constantly changing and evolving as human beings, and life happens. And so it's a real achievement to be with someone for that.
Well, I just think like the good times aren't promised, but we can always guarantee that life is going to be tough.
Absolutely.
Always, right? And it's like, can you surround yourself with friends and family, and hopefully, if you want it, a partner where you can like navigate that? Because we know bad things are going to happen. We're going to experience loss. Life is really difficult.
It's a nightmare.
But then talking to her about finding the joy in that as well, even in the really dark times, that's to me like the secret of life. I always think, at a funeral when you get the giggles, weirdly.
Oh, absolutely. Granddad's funeral, howling.
Right.
Like, why?
Howling. Why?
It's so funny.
Emotions aren't logical. And then also you'll look at a beautiful sunset where you should be really happy, and you get a bit maudlin and you cry.
That's so true.
And to me, that's the secret of life. It's the laughter and the tears at the same time. That's what being really alive is. And
it's very poetic, isn't it?
Well, we're poetic people. We're poets.
We're girls in movies.
And when Lorna was just talking there and making jokes, even in the midst of talking about a very difficult time that they're going through, I was like, you've cracked life, love.
I know.
That's
She's
it.
there like, she's rattling around in the background.
I know, how funny was that?
I know, I love her. She's great. She's good. And...
So going back to the age difference, I found it really interesting when she was talking that they didn't have a problem with it. And then maybe the gap between them kind of closed up as you get older. I do think like the difference between 20 and 30 is huge. The difference between 30 and 40, not so big. Difference between 40 and 50, negligible.
But then it's like when you're the younger one, and then maybe you're, I don't know, say when like Ollie's 30 and you're 60. That becomes really.
Well, I do think though that you are at different stages, and the health thing. I'd never thought about that before. When Lorna was just talking about health and thinking that one partner might be experiencing health problems before the other one. Like I've got friends who there was a big age gap between the mum and dad, and the dad passed away of old age.
Oh right.
And then the mum's then
At least alive.
Right. Well, I assume they were a bit sad, but like
well, you've got to see
but
the
maybe,
good side of things.
Yeah, but maybe you weren't expecting that. Do you know what I mean? And I do think that is a bit tough. But the interesting thing is the age gap between men and women. Like you should go out with a younger guy because
women live longer than men.
Women live longer. Yeah, and then you'll go at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm not that bothered if he goes before me. Like I said, like I'll have a nice time and then, get a few downtime years, just me and my sister cackling away and the gays, you know what I mean? So...
You're fine with it?
I'm actually fine with it. It's time for 30-second solutions.
Exciting.
It's like a game show.
I know. I feel like I'm on a game show, but we're dealing with real people's lives, Diana. These are serious. It's not a game. Life is not a game.
Okay. Bella, whenever my partner and I argue, I shut down because I hate conflict, but that just makes them more frustrated. How can I break that cycle? I think I know what you mean. It's very frustrating. So I think...
You can't deal with conflict.
I can deal with conflict.
Well, I was going to say, carry on.
I can definitely deal with conflict. But when people can't, I don't know how to do that. Just you need to talk and communicate properly.
If she can't deal with conflict, I would say write down how you feel.
Very good.
Write it down and give it to him. If you can't handle the intensity of face-to-face, which I get, start writing it down.
Put pen to paper.
Put pen to paper.
And send him a very aggressive text message.
Love
instead.
It. Passive aggression.
Passive aggression. No, it is hard when I'm very good at talking.
Yeah, you won't stop sometimes. Nasty.
Okay. Saucer.
Saucer. Or is it saucer? It's not saucer, as in cup and saucer. That would be crazy.
It's sauce.
So this isn't the teacup from Beauty and the Beast.
This isn't the teacup. It's SORSA. So I know a saucer, and it's SORCHA.
I feel like this is the Irish, but...
Saoirse. I recently had a falling out with a close friend and we're not talking. I want to fix it, but I'm scared of rejection. What's the best way to reach out? I think it's sending a message. I think when it comes to friendship, if they're truly your friend, they can't ever really reject you. They might not be in a place or they might need a bit more space, but I think it would be nice to send a message to be like, hey, I don't know if you're ready yet, but I would love to speak when you feel the time's right, and just so you know that I love you and that I'm here.
I love that. I think just say sorry, eat shit, and get them back.
Yeah.
And I think if you really care, you shouldn't care about rejection. Just take a risk and go for it. This is from Monty. How do you keep friendships alive when life gets really busy?
It is really hard because I'm struggling with that at the moment. But I think it's just about finding, even if it's one, everyone else is busy really. It's about sending a funny meme, connecting, sending a funny little voice note, sending a little 2-minute cheeky voice note about something that's funny, catch up on an old memory.
I think with technology now, it's never been easier to stay in contact. I think just stay on it. Some of my friends, when they get really busy, do just drop off. And I don't think that's okay. I think you need to put the effort into your friendships. Plus, when you're busy and in contact with your friends, you'll stay calmer if they're in your life.
That's it for this week's episode of Just Between Us, the podcast with all of the answers some of the time. If you've got a story, then please email it to us at justbetweenus@metro.co.uk. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at JBUpod for all the behind-the-scenes gossip. Oh, and join us on our WhatsApp group where we keep you updated with what's going on. Until next time, keep it messy, keep it honest, and remember, it's just between us. Subscribe on YouTube and follow us wherever you listen to your favourite podcasts.